Good day, everyone. So we are the group 4, and this is experiment number 7, titled Microscopic Examination of Textile Fibers. So for this activity, we will be presenting the behavior of textile fabrics when they are exposed to fire. So there are different classifications of fabrics, and they all react differently when exposed to the said element. So there are man-made fabrics, there are synthetics, and there's a combination of both. Uh, this experiment's purpose is to differentiate the odor, appearance, and behavior of those fabrics when we expose them to fire. So for our samples today, they uh they involves cotton, nylon, silk, polyester, and abaca. So some of these are natural and some are synthetics. So let's start with sample number 1, which is cotton. So when we expose a piece of cotton fabric to fire, we observed a smell of burning paper. So we think that it actually has to do with the natural characteristics of cotton. And just like paper, it also came from something natural, like leaves or whatnot. And for the color of the ash, we observed that it is color gray. And when you swipe it using your finger, it actually quickly disintegrates as if nothing was there in the first place except for the grayish residue that will be left on your finger. And for the manner of burning, we observe that even if you don't get the cotton sample that close to fire, it will actually ignite very fast, only with the heat of the fire. So even if you don't get the sample that close to the fire, it ignites fast, and it only takes a split second for the whole sample to catch on fire. And after it ignites, after everything is on fire, there is an orange afterglow that stays on the fabric before it's reduced to ashes. And our observance of the appearance of the burnt end of that cotton sample is there is no beading. So beading is absent. The burnt end doesn't break easily, and it stays attached to the rest of the fabric while it is burning. And for its classification, we conclude that cotton is a natural fiber.
The next textile sample is nylon fiber. Nylon is a thermoplastic polymer derived from petrochemicals in technical terms. It's a linear polyamide, which is a type of synthetic polymer. It's the first totally synthetic fiber in the world, made from chemicals present in oil, natural gas, coal, and other sources. Nylons are a type of polyamide that is created by reacting carbon-based compounds, such as those found in coal and petroleum in a high pressure or heated environment. Condensation polymerization is a chemical reaction that produces a huge polymer in the shape of a nylon sheet. So what is the use of nylon fibers? Nylon fibers are well known for its ability to drape and is widely used in clothing. It is used in creating book bags, backpacks, wedding gowns or bridal veils, sport shoes, umbrellas, and camera cases, gloves, headgear, and much more are all made of nylon fabric. So, what is the odor of nylon fabric? While burning the nylon fiber, it smells like a burning plastic. And the color of ash is black, and it is difficult to disintegrate. As it gets closer to the flame, it will easily burn or shrink, and the nylon fiber melts and drips like a burning plastic as it burns in a short period of time and gives off a black smoke. And there is beating. The burnt end is sticky and hardens over time, forming an irregular shaped bead, making it difficult to break. And the classification of nylon is synthetic fiber.
Silk is the most beautiful of all textile fibers, is acclaimed as the queen of textile. It came from the cocoon of a silkworm and requires a great deal of handling and processing, which also make it the most expensive fibers. Silk is a very strong in terms of tensile strength, meaning it can withstand a lot of pulling type pressure without breaking. This should not, however, be confused with wearability of abrasion resistance. Silk will not stand up to the heavy wear that other fibers will. Silk can take on many different appearances. A raw silk fiber may pull you into thinking that it is a cotton or synthetic. The more refined the silk and the smaller the yarn, the more it resembles the look and feel that we know as silk. Silk is protein fiber like wool. This gives it many of its characteristics. It is sensitive to range of chemical situation and cannot withstand prolonged exposure to either high alkalinity or to acidity or oily soils. It will become brittle with age and exposure to sunlight. Silk fiber is derived from silkworm that and therefore is called an animal fiber. Silk fiber is made up of two proteins called as sericin and fibroin. So when we burn, is actually we are burning proteins molecule, which are natural proteins. Hence, when it is burned, it smells like a human hair, which also contains protein. Silk burns slowly and keeps flaming when the fire is withdrawn. The ash of silk appears in the form of round, crispy, shiny black beads. Like the ash of wool can be crushed easily with finger. The ash has an animal odor less pronounced than that of a wool, as silk does not contain sulfur. In this picture presented in the PowerPoint, in the first picture, this is where the silk fiber is ignited using the flame from the candle. The next picture the shows when the fire starts to burns the silk slowly. At the third picture, it shows how the flame the silk fiber engulfed the silk fiber and showing how there is no beading at all because the fire burns the silk fiber immediately. At the third picture, this is the remains of the silk from the burning process, which is crushable, hollow, irregular, grayish, black. This remains might look sturdy or hard to be crushed, but in the next picture, we can see that the ash is crushable. Or by using our fingers, we can easily crush the remains of the silk fiber. So overall, silk fiber is an example of natural fiber, which means that the silk is made or it is produced by the nature and did not use any uh any synthetic materials. There so in silk process also, or in classifying if the silk is genuine or true, they also conduct burning tests because true silk though does not burn immediately, or true silk burns slowly. So the fire test will also indicate the genuine genuinity of a fiber. Style sample is silk. The odor of the fume when it is exposed in fire is burning silk is similar to the smell of a burning hair. The color of the ash is grayish black and it is easy to disintegrate. Manner of burning, there is a slow manner of burning after being placed near the fire, and the silk shrinks due to the flame. The silk is sizzling and the protein fabrics are self-extinguishing. Appearance of burnt end. Beading is not present at the burnt end silk. The silk burnt end is a crushable hollow irregular grayish black. After crushing it, will give you a appearance like a charcoal. Classification of fiber. Silk is an example of a natural fiber. Next slide.
Next, we have here the polyester. The odor of the fume, it smells like a burning plastic. The color of its residue is color black. And the manner of burning, it shrinks from the fire and burns and melts slowly, giving off black smoke. The appearance of burnt end, beading is present. The burnt end is color black. It is sticky at first, but afterwards it hardens. The classification of the fiber is synthetic fiber. Next, please.
Abaca is a strong fiber that is found from the leaves of a banana and it is native here in the Philippines. The last textile sample is abaca. The odor of the fume smells like burning wood or leaf. The color of the ash is black, and the manner of burning of the abaca fiber is fast igniting immediately when touched by the fire, but the fire also runs out after a few seconds. The burn end does not have beatings and does not break easily. The classification on fiber is the fiber is a natural fiber based on the characteristics or results on the test.
So that ends the presentation of Group 4 for experiment number 7, microscopic examination of textile fibers. That's all. Thank you.